Hey, what's up, fellas? This is Dr. Varun Gandhi. Thank you for tuning in to the Gandhi TV, your one-stop shop to elevate your consciousness. Love and abundance to you guys. How is everyone doing today? Today we got a fun topic to talk about. I actually came across this quote the other day, and it said, "If you do not run your subconscious mind, someone else will run it for you." It was an anonymous quote that I got out of a book. The quote again says, "If you do not run your subconscious mind, someone else will run it for you." So let's talk about this first. Let's talk about the subconscious mind and what that is. So just recently, Dr. Candace Pert, who is a neurobiologist, wrote a book called The Molecules of Emotion. And in it, she stated that from her research, she found out that emotion is not created in the brain or in the mind. Actually, it's not created in the brain. Let's distinct that. Let's make that distinction. So the emotions are not created in the brain. Emotions are actually created at the cellular level. They're molecules that are released by your body, by the cells in your body, that let the rest of the body know what state to be in. It's instantaneous, just like that. So what does that mean? When your cells release these chemicals, let's say, for example, there's something outside of you gets you agitated. Now, the more you think, your conscious mind starts thinking about this agitated thought, and it constantly dwells on it. The more you dwell on it, the more your cells in the body get the message to release the chemical that causes agitation. So as you're consciously focused on a particular thought, and you repeat it in your mind over and over in a loop, your cells in the body pick up the message, okay, I need to act, I need to be in a state of agitation. So it releases these chemicals. It's probably a mix of chemicals in different concentrations, so it knows that it is agitation. And so now the whole body will start feeling agitated instantaneously. But this happens after repetition of the agitation. Because what happens is there has to be a certain level of chemical buildup above a particular threshold for the whole body to start feeling it. So you have a few seconds of leeway there till the chemical rises up to that particular threshold. Up until that point, your conscious mind has to have control, where your awareness swoops in and stops your conscious mind from repeating that thought over and over again, from creating that same environment in your mind over and over again. So Dr. Candace Pert found out that emotions happen at the cellular level, not in the brain. Damn. So emotions happen at the cellular level. So that's what the subconscious mind is. The subconscious mind, Dr. Sigmund Freud, who I don't think he invented the term subconscious mind, but he made it popular. He popularized it, I guess. Where he came up with 3 different stages of the mind: the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious, I think. So what he terms as subconscious mind is the place where all your emotions are stored. So now the subconscious mind becomes the cells in your body. The cells in your body is where your emotions are stored. Oof. So your subconscious mind is your body. So So if you don't run your body, if you don't run the cells in your body, see, you have that power to run the cells in your body. We don't realize it. We have the command over the cells in our body. Yeah, we're that powerful. I'll talk about that in a different episode. So subconscious mind are the cells in your body. The subconscious mind is what gets programmed as your conscious mind repeats a particular behavior. Remember muscle memory? That's what that subconscious mind is. It's the muscle memory. That's one way of showing up. As athletes practice over and over again and make the same moves over and the same cuts over and over again, their muscles are remembering. The cells in their muscles remember these cuts, these moves. So when it comes game time, it becomes habit. It comes instinctually. You don't have to think about it. Your conscious mind doesn't have to slow down the whole process and think about it. You just are doing it because it's so deeply programmed in your subconscious mind, in the cells in your body, that you don't even have to think twice. It just happens. Because imagine if a football player, the running back, when he was making that cut, he has to stop and think and analyze the whole situation. His conscious mind has to process all of this data really quickly, and he's definitely going to get tackled if he just stops and then requires 3 seconds to think. That's way too much time, right? So instead, his subconscious mind just knows what to do, and he does that spin move, and he goes off in a different direction. Because he's trained his body to do that. That's the power of the subconscious mind. So if you don't run your subconscious mind, someone else will run it for you. So what's been happening now? How do you run? Let's talk about how do you run your subconscious mind? Your conscious mind, if you're reprogramming your subconscious mind, your conscious mind has to be the boss. In the sense you have to consciously do certain things. In the sense that you have to consciously do certain things that allow your subconscious mind to pick up these messages. And what better way to do that than to look at advertising, marketing, because that's where they're talking to our subconscious mind. The advertisements that are most effective are the ones that exist in our peripheral vision. The ones that you just see out of the corner of your eye. You're not consciously reading it, but your subconscious, you're just absorbing that information, that vibration. Of course, well, it's better when you actually read it, but you don't even have to read something, is what I'm saying. You can just absorb that energy, and you're absorbing that information. So much so that when that situation happens, you're going to call out for the ones that have affected your subconscious the most. Like imagine this. This is the most blatant example. Why do fast food companies market so late at night? Because that's their target market, right? So every time they have an opportunity to market in those wee hours, the late night hours, the early morning hours, they're going to jump on it. They're going to put their commercials out there because they want to put the message to the subconscious mind. Repeated message. It's not just one time they're flashing something. It happens every night at that time, or in that 10-15 minute slot, half an hour slot, right? So it's that same audience is getting the same message repeatedly. Now they're training the subconscious mind by repeating that message consciously. So what messages are you repeating to yourself? Bring your conscious awareness into those moments, the moments where you are repeating messages to yourself, and understand what are the contents of these messages. Is it positive? Is it negative? Because we constantly are talking to ourselves about our environments, about ourselves, about things that are happening to us, about our circumstances, about our experiences, and we're creating a story, we're weaving a story, we're putting all of the pieces together. But this story now, are you putting it such that it's empowering you, or are you putting it such that it's disempowering you? You're not being motivated to take further action because of the way you're telling your story to yourself, to your subconscious mind. The more you repeat the same story, the more you're programming your subconscious mind to believe, to release those chemicals so many times such that that chemical has just completely flooded your system. So if you have like 15 years of hate in you from something that happened 15 years ago, now every time you get triggered, that chemical is released instantaneously in your body. And you feel that hate in your body instantaneously because that chemical is there, has been released for so many years. The cells are familiar with it. So the minute one cell feels it, all the cells in your body will just bam, feel it instantaneously. But if it's a new feeling now, it's going to take some time, right? Because there's all this old chemicals that you have to flush out first, like a detox, before your cells will start feeling the new chemicals that are coming in. So look at all the inputs in your life consciously. What kinds of music are you listening to? What are the messages in that music? What kind of frequencies are you listening to? What kind of TV? What are you exposing yourself to on a daily basis? How much negativity do you have in your environments that you are consciously placing there? Or maybe now it's at such a habitual level that your subconscious just does it automatically and you don't have to consciously think about it. Like for example, you come back home from work and you automatically just switch the channel, so switch on the TV to a particular channel. Now, what channel is that? What kind of messages do you have around you? What kind of messages is that channel propagating to you? What are your friends talking about? The people that you most commonly hang out with, most often you hang out with. What are they talking about? What are your conversations about? All of these things you're exposing yourself to on a daily basis, and the cells in your body are constantly recording each and everything that happens to us. Your subconscious mind is constantly recording everything that happens to you. And the things that happen more and more often, repetition, your subconscious mind is going to pick up on those messages and is going to infuse it into your body. And your body is going to start feeling like those messages. Again, it happens over time. Either it's a positive or it's a negative. You get to choose. You get to decide from today what kinds of messages are you going to be feeding your body, your subconscious mind. Bring in your conscious awareness every time you're exposed to something. If it's a new sound, a new taste, a new feeling, a new sensation, a new words, text, music, sound, light, everything. Images is a big one. Images that we have around us, we're our conscious minds don't understand it, but our subconscious mind can read it artistically and will pick up the messages. Like, do you have images around you that are not encouraging you in some way, that bring up certain memories from your past that you shouldn't be really thinking about because it's negatively affecting you? I mean, instead of thinking about it constantly, you need to deal with it on an emotional level and not bring it up and regurgitate it every time without going down to the root of the issue so that that issue completely leaves you. So be more conscious about what you are surrounding yourself with, because everything gets recorded. Your cells are constantly recording everything around you. But of course, the thing that repeats most often is what gets programmed. It's what gets picked up on by our subconscious mind. For example, if you constantly are getting triggered and you're bringing about negative thoughts in your mind, and that happens on a repeated basis, and your subconscious, your body picks up on these messages, and it instills that negativity in the cells. So much so that the next time you get triggered, your body will instantaneously feel it. Just like that, because it has repeated this process so many times over and over again. But similarly, as you release the emotions, as you release the trauma behind some of these emotions, you could infuse your subconscious with positivity, with good smells, good sights, good images, good words, good messages, good sounds. Anything to support you for your mission on earth. And that's what this channel is here for, is to support you for your mission on this earth. To increase your vibration so that you guys can get to a point, to a place where you are the spiritual warriors. You're coming in and infusing your love onto Mother Earth. Or, if you're in corporate and you really just want to have a positive day because your mind takes you down a negative route, you could apply these same vibration raising, energy raising to your consciousness, and it'll bring about those changes that you're seeking. But it has to be repeated action, conscious repeated action, because you're programming. It's like you're writing the code that'll program your machine to behave a certain way. Of course, writing code takes some time. Implementing is the easy part in the computer language. But writing it takes a while so you can get it accurate to the way you want it. And that takes, let's say, 21 days, 28 days, for example. So you have to constantly repeat the process for 21 days until your subconscious just picks it up and implements it. That 21 days is where you have to consciously bring in your energy. Because I know there'll be times where you're going to be down, it's going to be hard, but just keep bringing in your awareness, keep bringing in your energy, keep bringing in your consciousness. Keep bringing in your motivation, your passion. You want to get this, you want to instill this habit in you. You want to instill this, infuse your life with love. So now, who is running your subconscious mind? So the second part of the statement was, they will run, others will run your subconscious mind. Who? Well, right now, essentially are the messages that you're putting yourself around, that you're exposing yourself to. They have been programming your subconscious mind. It could be family, it could be society, it could be audio tapes that you're listening to, it could be music, it could be, all of these things count. Everything, every little word, sound, sight, feel, sensation that you experience is programming you a certain way. Just the ones that you experience more often has a stronger power. You build a stronger relationship, a stronger cord with that energy. So what I'm telling you now is to take control of the messages around you in your environments, all of your environments, your office, your work, your home, your car, your bathroom, your toilet, everything. Everything and everywhere. The books that you're reading, the channels that you're watching, the messages that you're exposing yourself to, the incense that you're burning, the candles that you're lighting, all of these things count. And help you change and shift the energies around you. And as you shift these energies around you, the problems that are inside of you are going to start coming up. It'll give you an opportunity. You're unblocking your energies. It'll give you an opportunity to work through the issues that have been causing your blockages. I'm not saying that infusing positivity is going to dim out all the negativity. No, it's actually going to bring it to the surface. Because you're shifting your mindset from negative to positive now, right? And as you're moving towards positive, your whole mindset's starting to think in terms of, okay, what am I doing that's negative? And how can I shift that? What's the root, the source? Let me go deep down so that I can shift all of these mindsets, but also states of body and states of emotions. As you start shifting them, you're going to start releasing more energy in your body. And as you release more energy in your body, you're going to keep doing this process over and over again. And this is transformational work. But just by realizing now that you have a lot of negative energy and infusing some positivity, just by beginning to infuse positivity, will create this cycle of where you're looking at your past objectively so that you don't get caught into it right now. You're the witness, you're the awareness to your experiences. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in again. That was a fun episode. I really liked that quote and I thought it had to be explained. I hope you understood the message, and if you didn't, please comment below and let me know how I could explain it better. Your questions will help me explain it in a different way, because that's the end goal. I want everyone to understand what this message is. I can explain it a certain way, and if you guys don't understand it, then please let me know so I could put it off in a different way. If you love this video, please share it with friends, family, everyone that could benefit from this message. Like this video and spread it with love. That's all it's about, right? It's all about the abundance and the love. So, all right, guys, you have a great day, and I shall catch you tomorrow. Love and abundance.